The one we know, where the powers of darkness fear nothing but one man. Stop! Blade.
The only thing worse than vampires? Vampires that eat other vampires. That's the pitch that got Guillermo del Toro the director's chair for the movie Blade 2 in 2002, and it's exactly the kind of insane stuff that makes this the best Blade film. Yes, better than the original. After the success of the first Blade movie, Wesley Snipes had director approval, and he wanted the guy who made Kronos and Mimic, a Mexican filmmaker, obsessed with monsters who actually sympathize with the creatures. Del Toro took one look at Stephen Norrington's Nightclub Cool original and said, "What if we make it grotesque?" The result is a vampire film that makes vampires themselves throw up. The plot is elegantly simple. A new breed of vampire called Reapers has emerged, led by Jared Nomak, played by Luke Goss, with tragic monster energy that predates Del Toro's later sympathetic creatures. These things feed on vampires and humans, spreading like a virus. The vampire nation is so terrified, they call a truce with Blade, their greatest enemy, to stop this mutual threat. Here's where it gets interesting. Vampire Council assigns Blade to work with the Bloodpack, an elite squad that's been training specifically to kill him. Now they have to protect him while he leads them. It's like if Batman had to team up with the League of Assassins. The Bloodpack itself is a murderer's row of character actors and martial artists. Ron Perlman is fantastic as Reinhardt, the racist vampire with a barely concealed death wish. Donnie Yen, yes, Donnie Yen, as Snowman, years before John Wick made him a household name. Then there's Leonore Varela as Nissa, daughter of vampire overlord Eli Damaskinos, played by Thomas Kretschmann, doing his best Nosferatu impression. She's Blade's equal in combat and his opposite in philosophy. She fights for her species' survival. He fights for their extinction. The romance that develops shouldn't work, but Snipes and Varela sell it through pure combat chemistry. Del Toro brings his signature style: amber lights, blue shadows, things in jars, and creatures that unfold like origami made of meat. The Reapers don't just have fangs. Their entire lower jaw splits apart like a perverted flower. Their hearts are encased in bone, requiring special weapons to penetrate. The action is where Blade 2 truly shines. Del Toro hired Donnie Yen as both actor and choreographer, bringing Hong Kong wirework to Hollywood superhero action. Every fight has weight and consequences. When Blade hammers a Reaper in the face, you feel it.
We represent the ruling body of the vampire nation. They're offering you a truce. They want to meet with you.
You sure about this?
They'll take us in deeper than we've ever been.
Now, those he has sworn to kill need his help to fight a new breed of terror.
They're no longer top of the food chain.
Our forces are ready to fight, but we need a leader.
Let me get this right. You want me to hunt them? For you?
Ooh, so exciting.
The film's centerpiece is the House of Pain sequence, an underground vampire club where anything goes. It's Del Toro at his most excessive, combining body horror, sexual deviancy, and ultra-violence into something that feels genuinely freaky. This isn't Anne Rice's Romantic Vampires or even the first Blade's Nightclub Cool. This is vampirism as addiction, disease, and self-destruction. Norman Reedus shows up as Scud, Blade's new weapons designer, after Whistler's apparent death in the first film. Reedus, before he was in The Walking Dead, brings stoner, genius energy that lightens the film's darkness. His UV grenades and sunlight bombs are practical effects masterpieces. When vampires die in this film, they don't just die. They combust, melt, or in the Reaper's case, crystallize and shatter. Speaking of Whistler, Chris Christopherson returns, rescued from vampire captivity in the opening. His relationship with Blade deepens here. They're not just partners. They're the only family each other has. The third act tells us that the Vampire Council created the Reaper virus, trying to engineer daywalkers like Blade. Nomak isn't the villain. He's another victim. The real monsters are the ones in suits making decisions in boardrooms. Sound familiar? Del Toro shot multiple endings, but the theatrical one is perfect. Blade and Nissa's sunrise scene isn't romantic, it's respectful. Two warriors acknowledging that their moment of alliance is over. She chooses death over becoming what she's fought against. He gives her dignity in death. It's cool and heartbreaking. Blade 2 made $155 million worldwide, doubling the original's gross. Critics who dismissed the first film suddenly paid attention because Del Toro brought director credibility. The film proved superhero movies could be money-making cinema, paving the way for everything from The Dark Knight to Logan. But really, Blade 2 works because it understands what sequels should do, escalate everything while deepening character, more monsters and better fights. It's Aliens to Blade's Alien, Terminator 2 to Terminator. It's the rare sequel that justifies its existence by being necessary. So, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed this movie as much as I did. Let me know in the comments if you want more movies like Blade 2. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more movie comparisons, retro reviews, and all things film. And as always, see you on the next one. Save us a balcony seat and extra butter on the popcorn, please.
Keep your friends close. Keep your enemies closer.
Calling all freaks. Calling all freaks now.
Here I am, Blade. Wesley Snipes.
Not know who you are.
Messing with!